Hello everyone, be very welcome to this week's video. And I was here preparing some lessons for Printed Nurture course, which is my year-long class, and I thought I would share with you a very interesting tool that I use to get track of the mixed media techniques I explore on paper or in fabric, and to get track of my ideas and the techniques that I want to explore or that I've been exploring, because I think we all happen to all of us that we take in a class, we explore lots of techniques, and then we make a journal, a spread, and then we forgot. And then sometimes we want to explore by ourselves, and we feel that we just don't know. It seems that we don't have ideas, we don't have inspiration. And so I think that this is really an important tool for you to explore on your daily practice. This is my journal that I want to share with you today. It's very chunky, as you can see. And what is this? Is a journal where I go and I glue and I add all the techniques that I explore with different things like eco printing, cyanotype, monoprinting, different techniques, no matter what, where I explore. Because many times, if I'm not journaling or creating journals, what I love to do is exploring mixed media techniques and to see how I can bring nature into my art practice and just add those elements of mixed media into my art. And so one of the things that I like to do is to explore the techniques. But many often what I found is that I was just creating, and then I got piles and piles of papers and fabrics that were into a pile and I didn't use. But then when I wanted to create something different or new, I was just like, oh my goodness, I don't know how, where are my things? So that leads me to this tool where I get track of everything I do, and I just write what was the technique, ideas for further exploration, and that brings me a toolkit that is packed with ideas that I can explore. And that's what I want to share with you today. So let's go. I will switch my camera so you can see a flip through of this book, and I will share with you how I do it. And hopefully it inspires you. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you already do. I would like to know. And yeah, I'm just giving some tips on it. And because I really think it's a game changer for us, for you, if you want to explore more than just if you want to explore more your way, because we start exploring other artists' ideas, and that's totally okay, amazing. But then we want to go to the next level, that is exploring further and exploring your way. And that comes from exploring in a free way. And when I'm exploring mixed media techniques, I have no objections to my creativity. I just don't put limits, and I go. Sometimes it's nothing. It's like, this is nothing. It's garbage. But the other time, so many times, it leads me to great ideas. And I always ask that, what if I do this? What if I mix this and that? So I love this process, and this is really part of my creative process. The exploration is one of the things, and I think it's like part of me being a biologist back in my career. And so I still have those genes of science and exploration, and I love it as an artist too. So let's go. I invite you to see my journal, and let's see. you know how I love to create my own journals, junk journals, art journals, and to create them, I use lots of manipulated paper and papers and fabrics. I love eco printing, mono printing, bringing nature in general to my journals. And so another thing that I love to do is to explore ideas, concepts, techniques, mixing techniques, and many often I hear people saying, oh, your imagination seems no boundaries, how you get so creative and how you get those ideas. And today I wanted to share with you one thing that I do that is for sure very, very important for my creative process, and I would like to share with you. That is cultivate and create, I don't know how, I don't even have a name for it. It's just like an inspiration journal. It's not an inspiration journal in the sense of the word that I'm going to put here inspiration from the outside. It's more a technique based and ideas based journal where I keep record of techniques that I explore and ideas that I have. The first pages to explore written ideas, or for classes or for lessons or videos for YouTube, things that I want to explore. And then what I do is I have a record of my techniques. Because one of the things that I really love when I'm not journaling, and I don't know if I don't like it more. Yeah, when I'm not just making a page, for example, a page like this, it has behind concepts and the development of ideas that I have, where is mark making or sketches or colors. So paper manipulation, this paper here, it's a combination of techniques. And when I do my collages and my journal pages, they are like a combination of techniques that I explored, collage papers that I used to make the entire page, but where I did some sort of manipulation at some point. And I really love to develop ideas. And if I see a technique on, for instance, on YouTube, I try to see, okay, let me see if I can go further with this, where I can go further without copying this idea, but just making it a little bit mine or creating in my own way. Okay, because let's be honest that we all are repeating techniques and exploring techniques that are here for years and years, and sometimes they go asleep, and then someone suddenly rediscover that technique and just go and explore it. And I love that. I love to find new ways to manipulate papers and fabrics. And at some point I found that I could be lost. I was having piles and piles of papers and fabrics where I had ideas, but then they were all over the place. I didn't have a right place for them. And it happens on some papers that I try to see, oh my goodness, how did I get here? And I just don't know. I just didn't know, because when I'm exploring, I'm just in that flow of making the exploration, the mixed media techniques, and I just didn't know that. So I decided to make a record of my techniques and my explorations, and this is what I want to explore with you. For example, here is a and I have to say that I'm not using this in particular order, like that said, I don't use, for example, this technique is only in the first page, and no, because sometimes I'm exploring this idea and later on I will catch this idea and continue exploring. So you will see the continuation of this idea in other forms later on the book. So this is ongoing. This is just a journal where I love to add elements that will fuel and enrich my toolbox of elements to develop new classes, new ideas for papers, new videos for YouTube, or new lessons, or things that I want to share, that I want to explore, that kind of thing. By the way, I already shared this technique in a YouTube video, I think 2 or 3 videos before this one, and it all came from an exploration and the things that I explored playing with these printed papers, poppies. And so I explore the ideas, and then I come here, and at some point I just add them, and I just journal a little bit about the idea, okay? This is, for example, omigami. It's a Japanese technique that turns paper into kind of fabric filling. Key, use different papers. So, in the end, I had this on an extension of these and using other papers. So I just explore the technique as I see it, and then I go further. For example, here is in cardboard and seems like leather. I just love this. And other surfaces here, for example, here are my explorations on canvas, fabric, where I can go with mixed media, glues, collages, stitches. How can I go further with these? Other fabric techniques on printing nature. This is one of the tools, a very important tools that I share, and we are creating one inside Printed Nature. That is my year-long class that we are now running, and this is a key for developing our own voice, our own way of exploring, and detach from that the copy of the artist, which is normal, okay? I want to be very clear on this. It's normal that if we are learning from someone, that we tend to copy that at the first stage, but then we want to go further on that. We want to develop ideas to create our own ways. And how doing this is one of the tools that you can go on that direction, okay? Developing for yourself and recording and writing about that, okay? Lots of explorations for Printing Nature class, lots of ideas, and then I write on monoprinting, and then I just did write about it. Textures that I see in nature, then I want to replicate on different mediums. So here on jelly plates. Sometimes I don't write, and I have some space for later on. I can write when I have some time. I just sit and I write about this. And it can be the technique itself, or it can be what this reminds me, and how can I go with this for any other particular way. For example, this is the study of poppies that I share one of the techniques or two of the techniques inside of that video that I told you with this one here, the poppies, okay? And this is the continuation of me exploring that one idea and how it can go with so many directions with the same printed botanical, and how we can go and create combination of works or variations of works using that same idea. And so this is really what I love, one of the things that I love to do, and that is key for the development of ideas that I have. When I'm exploring, I just don't have limits, okay? That is one of the things. When I'm exploring, I don't put objections or restrictions on my exploration. If it's a garbage, okay. If it does not work, okay. I just say, this is nothing. But it's from that place that I really go for so many new ideas and amazing ideas to continue further on other explorations, bringing nature and nature elements and marks into my work. And this is for me very, very, very important. Handmade paper, explorations on handmade paper, on my eco prints, variations on the eco prints. How can I go further with that? Cyanotypes and other works inspired on nature, on mosses, for instance here. How can we replicate mosses with thread on the paper or in the fabric? How can we mimic the nature? Some marks about nature elements, you know, everything that I feel that that is exploration. I like to add here, for example, transparencies, techniques, different techniques. For example, these ones I used on my paper buttons class, so I record them. Explorations with wax, handmade paper, knitting paper, different kinds of things that I want to create and explore with you. Fabric manipulation, you know, it's just really ideas flowing, and waiting to do more. So I still have lots of pages. This is a regular journal, not so fancy. This is you know, it has no brand. I bought this on a store that we have here called Tiger, and the paper is really thin, and I already tried other variations, and I like this size and I like this size, like almost an A4 size. It's like this, but this one opens like this. Okay, it's another exploration book where I just journal and I explore the idea. I have this one, and I like this one too. And I love that it's spiral because it can grow. And I love that it opens like this on the landscape format, because it allows me to really see the different samples. And I don't know, I like it. I like it, really like the size. I know that you are going to ask me, so this has 31 centimeters to 22 centimeters. So, and then after this work of researching, exploring ideas, you'll see these works later on my journals. You know, you just then see me working with these ideas and using these papers and fabrics to create my journals. Okay? And that is a little bit more about the way I like to create and create my papers and fabrics to create the journals and turn them unique. my Fragments journal. If you take in my class, my free class, Fragments, and you will see that I use lots and lots of papers, those fragments that I call fragments, and that I combine them in ways that are inspiring and that ask for our journaling, that are inspiring for us. And so all this is part of this exploration. So one is going to the field, explore nature, observing, and then coming home and just take time to add that into a journal. And then when I'm exploring, I create papers and fabrics and I add into this journal. And when I want a new idea, when I want to develop or create new papers and fabrics, I come into my journal on my book, and I love to flip through it and just seek for new ideas. Imagine that, okay, I have to continue exploring this idea of stones, lakes, and we can go for it. I feel that creativity has no limits, for sure. When you are not creating for a long time, it seems like it is. You just need to start. And when you have something like this, you will not start from blank page, from nothing. You will start from something. Okay, imagine that I'm just so many days without exploring nothing. And today I want to make something. I can go flip through this, and I go and I say, okay, I like this idea. Let's just explore today these marks and these things. So, and this will help us to start and go further and have no limits on your creativity. And another thing that I feel is that you will start to create your way. Okay, you will start to see that you are walking alone, like alone without the help. You know, you start with an idea that you might saw on YouTube, for instance, or another lesson or another artist, and then you explore further and further, and you create your own way. So, my friends, I really hope this resonates with you. Let me know if you do something similar or if this is new for you. Let me know your thoughts on this particular thing. And I was looking to this page, and I want to tell you that my journal is also a way of exploration. The journal is a place where I really explore a lot in things that have no meaning for many people. For example, here on this page is like a collage, and I'm just exploring color, blocks of things, you know. And this is a part of the exploration process that I really love to do. And yep, that's it. So my friends, how about this journal? I want to know your ideas and your thoughts on this below in the comments. Please share with me, what are your thoughts on this? If there's something in here that you'd like to know, let me know if I can do a video for you. I have so many ideas on the pipeline for YouTube, but I hope this was helpful for you. I think it's a way that you have lots and you can collect lots and lots of ideas. I combine these journals with other journals that I go into the wild, into the outside nature, and I grab ideas and I journal about that. And then all these resources are helping me to create the way I create. The other thing that I want to tell you is, if you want to join my free class Fragments, the link is below, so you can go join our newsletter. It's a bi-weekly newsletter where I bring nature and art together so we can enjoy this beautiful inspiration from nature and explore mixed media and art journaling. So yeah, it's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on these journals. And yeah, I see you in the next video. Bye bye.